Hey guys, so this is going to be a little bit different of a journal entry. This week has been absolutely nuts. I was in Santa Ana, or maybe it was like Laguna Beach area. I'm not really sure exactly what city it was. I was there at the start of this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I flew home on Thursday. So my journal videoing didn't really happen, but that's okay because this video is gonna be pretty mind-blowing, hopefully for you. It was for me when I learned these things, and so I really wanted to hop on a video and share them with you today. We attended a 3-day seminar that was called Warrior Woman, and I really had no idea what I was getting into. I knew that it was going to be focused on self-development, self-growth, self-worth, and how all of those things kind of play into all the areas of our life. Our being, which is our spiritual self, balance, which is the relationships with our friends, our significant others, parents, body, so that's pretty self-explanatory, how we take care of ourselves through fuel and working out, and then business. And how we feel about ourselves impacts all of those areas of our life. And so I wanted to get on here today and talk to you guys about that a little bit, because tomorrow we are starting our 4-week challenge, or focus is what I've been calling it, the 4-week focus. And we are going to be talking a lot about those areas in our life because, yeah, good health does have a lot to do with nutrition, but it also has a lot to do with what's going on up here, what you're telling yourself, and how you feel about yourself when you see yourself in the mirror. And so I wanted to talk about that today because we're going to be jumping into that tomorrow. One of my biggest takeaways from Warrior Women was that we all tell ourselves a story. And the story we tell ourselves, it creates feelings within us, and those feelings drive actions. And I don't know if you guys signed up or on our email list, but on Friday in the email that went out, I kind of talked about this a little bit, and I wanted to talk about it more. So the story you're telling yourself, what is it? You know, we have a lot of people come to us that sign up, and the story they're telling themselves is that they're never going to get to their goal weight. They're never going to get past the state that they're in now, and they're never going to feel good, and that they've failed at every single diet that they've tried leading up to this point, and they're basically feeling like failures. And so that story that they get stuck in, that they're telling themselves, what kind of feelings does that bring to them? I'm sure it brings sadness, frustration, feeling defeated, feeling unworthy, feeling lost. All terrible feelings, but yet we continuously tell ourselves that story in our head. And so something that I really want to share with you guys is that we can change those stories in our minds at any time. So instead, if you catch yourself telling yourself that negative story, let's take a look at the facts. How many days a week are you working out? Are you eating healthy? Are you getting enough sleep? Are you doing self-care and following a recovery protocol also? It's not just about the constant grind. It's about those things as well. And if you can take a step back and look at those facts and see that, I'm not really giving it my all, I'm not really putting in 100% effort on that, okay, well then guess what? That completely just abolishes that story that you just can't lose the weight or you just can't stick to the diet. Because the facts are, you haven't been putting in 100% in those other areas. So let's change the story. You're gonna start putting in the work in those other areas. And your story now is, I'm going to start working out 5 days a week, and I'm going to get to my goal. I'm going to start eating really well, and I know that when I do that, I'm gonna feel amazing. I'm going to start taking more time for myself. I'm going to get a massage. I'm gonna go get a pedicure. And I'm going to de-stress and feel so much better. If you can tell yourself those stories, how much more positive and exciting are those? Those actually have hope. Those actually, you can see the goal and you know that it's attainable. Telling yourself those stories is gonna arise a lot more positive emotions than the other stories you were telling us that were bringing up all those negative ones. So I want you guys to sit down today and think about a story that you've been battling for a long time that does not evoke those positive emotions. And then I want you to take a step back and I want you to look at the facts. Look at the facts that are surrounding that story and have a hard talk with yourself. Can you do any of those things better? And if you can, okay, then let's change your story and let's start changing how you perceive your life. Your life is what you make it, and if you want to reach those goals, there is no reason you can't reach those goals, and I 100% want you guys to believe that. If you want it bad enough, you can get there, and if you need help, that's what we're... So, just to get real with you, because these are supposed to be a journal, inside of what's going on with me, and I quit my normal, awesome job. It was a great paying job, had friends at work back in May. And I thought once I quit that job, life would just be so grand and now I could focus just on my business and blah, blah, blah. And it is. I have no regrets. Like, I am so, so happy about the place I am now. But owning your own business also does bring on a lot more responsibility. And so a story that I have started telling myself and that I started repeating to friends or Katie, I would constantly say, I'm just so stressed out. I have so much work to do. And I started annoying myself. I was like, why am I saying this so much? I'm actually really fucking grateful for everything I have going on in my life right now. And yeah, I have more on my plate, but it's good. But I just got sucked into this routine of saying, I'm so stressed, I have so much to do, and now I'm making an effort to turn that around. So when I do feel stressed out, I'm taking a second. I'm gonna stop what I'm doing, and I'm going to assess the facts. What's making me feel this way? Why do I feel stressed? Is this stress even a real stress, or is it just because I have a long to-do list? And then I'm gonna write my to-do list and put it in, right in front of me so I can see exactly what I have to do that day and just mark them off as I go. And instead of telling myself the story is, I'm so stressed, I have too much to do, I'm gonna start saying, I am fucking grateful. Sorry guys for the cuss word, but I am. I am grateful for the things I have on my plate, and I have come so far. There's no fucking reason I can't continue to do it. I'm gonna slay every single thing on this list today, and I've got this. And that's gonna make me feel empowered, happy, driven, like a total badass. And why not tell myself that story and start practicing that over and over in my mind? Because that's gonna get me a lot further in life than me constantly just telling myself the negative story of, I'm so stressed, I just can't handle all this. Because that gives me feelings of failure. So, anyways, I know this is kind of woo-woo. I just wanted to connect with you and get all the feels today, because this is something that just lit me up on the inside, going to this Warrior Women and listening to that. I was like, yes, 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 I do that. My clients do that. My friends do that. We all do this. And until someone brings the light to this and makes us realize this is why we're thinking those things, this is why we're then doing those things, we're gonna just keep going down this rat race. So I wanted to come to you guys today and talk to you about that. And I really want you to take the time to think of your story, look at the facts, and we're gonna rewrite that story this week. If you guys aren't a part of the challenge that's starting tomorrow, you need to be in the group. We created a private Facebook group for this challenge only, and the only way you're gonna have access to the calendar that we created for you guys, the Facebook Lives that we're gonna be doing, and all the discussions around these 4 weeks, you have to be in the group, and you do not wanna miss it. So if for some reason we haven't added you to the group yet, that's okay. Send us in the comments below, give us your email address, or send me a private message on Facebook or on Instagram, and I will get you added. It starts tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I promise now over the next few weeks, I will have more time. I'm not traveling as much, and I will start documenting more of my day-to-day. But I hope that this resonated with your heart, and I hope that we can together start turning your story around. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.